Gyna.
Hey, Amber.
Hey, Gyna. We're we're learning a lot, right, in leading into this, but thank you so much for joining me on In the Middle Meta Moments today. This is where we get to press pause on whatever we are doing so that we can reflect on what we have learned today. We want to take a moment to celebrate, we might need to adjust, or we might just need to take a breath. But the whole idea behind In the Middle is that we're learning lessons and that these lessons we're learning are the most important part of the journey. And if we're going to learn them, we have to be really intentional about stopping and reflecting. So, Gyna, I'm so grateful that you get to join me today and we get to hear what you are in the middle of today. So, what are you in the middle of today?
So today I am in the midst of figuring out what to do with my company. So yesterday I had an amazing day connecting with about 4 to 5 people that are entrepreneurs, that are experts in their field, that want to mentor me, support me, pave the way for me. And I got like all these contacts and asked questions. I actually sat in on a workshop last night. New York City is doing this initiative for small businesses. And they're looking to set up a mentorship program for established entrepreneurs that want to mentor people that need help. So they're looking for mentees. So I'm like, me.
Yeah.
One of our friends is actually a mentor. Do you know Kalila?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So I was scrolling the website and I was like, I know her. So I text her. She was like, I'm not going to be on the workshop, but I'd love to talk to you and whatever business ideas that you have. So I have about 4 contacts that are like, reach out to me, email me. So this morning I sat down and I was like, all right, these people are seem established in their field. They're very knowledgeable. I don't want to waste their time. What am I going to say in the email?
Mhm.
Right. So I prayed, I paused, and then I just said, you know what? Be myself. I need help in XYZ. Let me see their background. Let me see how we can connect and for it to be mutually beneficial. I also realized, like, hey, these people signed up to be mentors. So they're fully aware that I don't have it figured out. So it's not like I'm knocking on their door and they're like, what do you want? Where did you find me? They're like open arms, like, hey, reach out to me whenever, like ask me all the questions. So literally today I'm in the middle of composing emails, reaching out to people, and putting myself out there and dreaming big. One of the mentors shared that his last mentee made it to Shark Tank and got one of their investors to invest in their company. That's the type of level that I got exposed to yesterday.
That is so exciting. Okay, so I love what you said that you had to sort of take a moment as you were even drafting this email to put yourself out there to get really comfortable with the fact that, hey, these people have, there's no judgment here. These people are
Mhm.
putting themselves out there to help you out. So, what is something that you learned today that surprised you, that you're struggling with, or even just something that you want to celebrate because you're like, I did that today?
Yep. So I think when you're in a room with people that are entrepreneurs, there's a certain level of openness that happens to you, right? So I started my organization, Moms Who Brunch, in 2017. And the main premise, the problem that I saw that our moms are doing life alone. And I don't think moms should do life alone. In the sense, even if you're married, I think there's something to be said about when you have fellowship, community, and have like-minded moms that you can lean on when times are good and when times are bad. So when I was in that space, I realized 2017, I didn't have much clarity in the sense of what I wanted to make my business. Last night, today, I have so much clarity. So as I was drafting the email, they're like, so what's your purpose? What's the problem? And I was just jotting down all the things. And I was just like telling Micah, my husband, and I was like, man, I'm very surprised at how much clarity I have on what I want to do with my organization and where I want to take it. And once you have clarity, I think the sky's the limit because you can say it's like an easy yes or an easy no of like, well, this is not what I want. I don't think this is going to achieve the purpose. So no, or yes. So I think that's what, to me, kind of surprised me of like how clear I am on this. But I didn't start it yesterday. I started it a couple years ago. So pat on my back, I guess.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. I want to celebrate you for the level of clarity that came to you and that you allowed yourself to put yourself out there,
Mhm.
and then what came from that, right? Like, so I guess like from that level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And that is such an excellent lesson to celebrate yourself around. So what are you going to do with this learning that you had today? What are you going to do with it today, tomorrow, in the immediate future?
So for me, I think it's I struggle in believing in my abilities, and I think I have to remind myself I do know what I'm doing, even though I don't have specific. Um, I haven't specifically worked in this field. It's just something that naturally I'm gifted in bringing community in. So I'm very quick to like compare it myself to people that are doing this for corporations, whereas I naturally do this. So for me, I have to take the fact that I am clear on my mission and move forward with putting together this organization that people want. So I think that's for me. That's personally for me is like my struggle of self-esteem and um, validating what I'm doing and making sure that it's worth it. So it's reminding me like, hey, clarity, that's a big thing to have as an entrepreneur. And I got that.
Yay, Gina. I love to hear that you said, I love hearing you say that. And I think that the fact that you had that moment of clarity and that you're able to celebrate yourself is
Mm,
just like another opportunity for something for you to draw back on, maybe
mm,
later on down the road too. You
yep,
can remember this moment and say, you know what, like I did have confidence, I did come through, I
yep.
did have that clarity, and that's going to empower you moving forward. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for taking this meta moment with me. I'm so grateful for you. Oh my goodness, I bet you all can hear my kids in the background, but
Perfect timing.
and it's real. But I do invite everybody who's watching to take a moment to press pause as well. What
Mhm,
did you learn today that you want to celebrate, that you may want to adjust, or
mhm.
allow you just to take a deep breath? Let us know in the chat what you learned today. And thanks. See y'all
All right.
later.
Thanks, Amber. Bye.
Nina, bye.